EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
This one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback, CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you're standing on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach, Jim Harbaugh, in the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On the move to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sharks got it left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Now, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And the first possession isn't until the 2nd quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
In motion goes McLeod. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down, and as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Back deep, Ray McLeod. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Cousins. And a dump off here to Robinson. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Cousins. Got London on a slant. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
3rd and 5. Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To throw, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play. Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing is Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. as big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Herbert now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins now. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing, Cousins. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here it is, 4th and inches. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Again, it's Cousins. Into the hands of London. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Cousins. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Cousins to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Oh, and that's That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write an end to this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.